Imagine a people without sea, yet their love for periwinkle knows no bound, and every meal prepared is not complete without the seafood. And apart from periwinkle, in choosing your choice of meat for consumption, what do you consider the taste? Or is it the nutritional value? For lovers of pork meat, why the preference for this meat, which some consider a no-go area? And it's not going to be all about food. We are still also going to bring you another very interesting report. Imagine a situation where this man wants to pick a second or third wife, and before he does that, he goes ahead to buy a sorted gift for the present wife in the house just to placate her. Lots and lots of interesting reports lined up for you today. Good evening and welcome to yet another very interesting edition of our flagship program, the Newscope. I am your host, Umo Basedit. But before we continue, I'll hand you over to Kelvin Samuel for the news of the day. Good evening.
Good evening and welcome to the news. I am Kelvin Samuel. Now to the stories. The 10th National Assembly is working closely with the executive to reform some national policies that are not strong enough to bring the needed economic prosperity to Nigerians. President of the Nigerian Senate, Senator Godswill Akpabio, announced this at a special Thanksgiving Mass in his honor. Clement Barikwi will tell us more.
This is the first official visit of Senator Godswill Akpabio to his senatorial district after his election as Senate President, and incidentally, the Thanksgiving Mass coincided with the church's celebration of the birthday of one of Jesus Christ's disciples, John the Baptist. Catholic Bishop of Ikot-Ekpene Diocese, Most Reverend Camillus Umo, prayed that the tenacity of John the Baptist to stand by what is right will be a lesson for the 10th National Assembly to always stand for what is right and just, thereby uniting the country.
Whatever law that you'll be able to bring for the welfare of our country will be those that you write your name on the sands of time.
Senate President Godswill Akpabio renews commitment that the 10th Senate will support President Bola Tinubu in his strides to give Nigerians a purposeful leadership.
If your problems are brought to an end from Ikot-Ekpene through Dupani all the way to Calabar, wouldn't you be happy? If the DC fund that you have been looking for becomes a reality, wouldn't you be happy?
Former Governor of Ebonyi State, Senator David Umahi, and other lawmakers expressed confidence in the leadership of Senator Akpabio.
He's a man that has the heart of God, and he has a weapon. The weapon is the spirit of forgiveness.
3 years into this 10th Assembly, the common man is going to feel the impact of the Senate.
Will not be a departure from what the executive has said. So there is no cause for alarm. Nigeria is in for better days.
He will rally around his people, his colleagues in the Senate, to see that they bring good laws that will bring quality development to our country.
The Thanksgiving Mass featured prayers for the Senate President and family, the 10th National Assembly, as well as the executive arm of government. From Ikot-Ekpene, Clement Barikwi, NTA News.
The grand finale of the Catholic Men Organization of Nigeria Week and the Father's Day celebration of Sacred Heart Parish, Akau Fort Uyo, is calling on members to be wary of friends they keep. The parish priest, Very Reverend Father Donatus Udoite, said this during the Thanksgiving Mass of the week-long event and launching of a 10 million naira processed water phase 3. Wisdom Jacob has more.
The grand finale of Catholic Men Organization of Sacred Heart Parish, Aka Fort Uyo, began with a Thanksgiving Mass with the theme, as each has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's varied grace. President Catholic Men Organization of Sacred Heart Parish, Patrick Gusen, said the annual event enables them to x-ray achievements and problems of the year under review, noting that men deserve to be celebrated.
The Father's Day celebration is always a yearly rituals that men gathered in the parish to celebrate themselves, to thank God for keeping them alive and providing for them. It is also a year to look back on the activities of the previous year so as to discover weakness and then think of a way of moving forward.
The emphasis of us to celebrate this Father's Day is for us to reunite in the church and do a project that will give church a remembrance of fatherhood.
We thank God for the lives of men in our church, especially the CMO we have in Aka. They are simply wonderful. They have been so good. They are the pillars in the different families.
I manage the family by taking good care of the family, the spouse, the children, and make sure that they are directed in the way of the Lord.
Dad has been doing enough for us. He has been there for us. He has provided for us, paid my school fees, did enough for my siblings and I. And I'm so grateful that today is the Father's Day and I'm happy to celebrate him.
Parish priest, Very Reverend Father Donatus Udoite, advised the congregation to be careful of friends they keep, as some are enemies in disguise.
False friends in the world is not a new reality. It had always been there. And when they come, we should always trust in God and we should always rely on Him. And so we should not give our total trust to human beings. Not that human beings cannot be trusted, but then you always make disappointments. Only God is absolutely faithful.
For the awardees, it was in recognition of selfless services to God.
They likely watch. They wanted to know why be awarded. Maybe my character, the place of working in the church, because I am a church warden. I'm so proud of having them as my father. For them to award me today, may God bless them.
St. Stephen's Society is took the overall first position, and we came out the best from the rest.
We rally around, competed in all the events that has taken place. And today, God has made us proud as the overall winner.
The event also featured fundraising for processed water phase 3. Wisdom Jacob, NTA News.
Christians have been reminded that God Almighty remains the ultimate power on earth and in heaven as He created man and everything through His words. Christ's witness Silvanus Effiong gave the charge during a Sunday service at the Brotherhood of the Cross and Star, Etimomana Street, Uyo. John Paul Alumuna has the report.
Songs of praises to God Almighty set the tone for the Sunday service at the Brotherhood of Cross and Star. In his sermon, Christ's witness Silvanus Effiong, who preached through an interpreter on the topic, the power of spoken words, reminded the faithful that God created heaven and earth and makes them good for His worship on earth. He charged the congregation to always look up to God and study the Bible in order to draw closer to God.
To look at the Bible first and know if what Leader Olomba is preaching is true. Because you cannot follow a man you don't know. Like today, they have quoted the passage of the Bible is for the Christendom. The Muslim, in fact, the whole world should look into all the 3 lessons of the Bible to know if the preaching of today correspond with the words that is in the Bible.
The presiding bishop and other men of God said the service was meant to strengthen the faith of Christians in God Almighty.
Jesus Christ himself is a word. If you listen to him, you are listening to God, the word of God, his Father. So we always be very grateful to our Father, our God, who has always been reminded us all these words, because when they mention the words turn into human being, it confused a lot of people. God made himself very clear that when you hear the words, you see the words, and you are seeing God.
God is word, and the word is God, and everybody should know that God is a word, and the word was in the beginning.
The service featured prayers for the church, state, and the nation. In Uyo, John Paul Alumona, NTA News.
Meanwhile, former Commissioner for Agriculture Dr. Glory Edet has built and donated an ultra-modern worship center in memory of the late Scottish missionary Mary Slessor at Usei Ikodoku, Ibionebom local government area, to the Presbyterian Church of Nigeria. Correspondent report that the Mary Slessor Chapel is located at the site where the missionary lived and died. To report. On arrival at the edifice, the donor, Dr. Glory Edet, officially handed over the keys to the prelate of the Presbyterian Church, who blessed and declared it open for the first church service.
In the name of God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
In a sermon on the topic, what would be your legacies when you are no more, prelate of the Presbyterian Church, Ekpenyong Apanka, note that it is important for the people to ensure they leave behind good legacies that will continue to speak good of them for the families they left behind, while encouraging the people to live lives of impact.
She left the luxury, she left her parents, and then came to this land in order to serve her people. She volunteered and gave her life completely, even for the welfare of the people.
The donor, Dr. Glory Edet, speaks on her motivation to go into such huge projects.
Even people that are having one problem or the other, this is a prayer center, this is a chapel that will serve the entire public. And above all, Mary Slessor did a lot, and she deserves to be remembered.
Other members of the Presbyterian Church family speak on the significance of the location.
This religious site that God is re-establishing his presence again. It's going to be a place where people will come to pray from all over the world. It's going to be an international center in this little town.
A woman that was an example, denying herself of comfort and pleasure to see that she gets God's work done.
Coming from Scotland, down to Africa to stop the killing of twins is something that must be celebrated. It's something that must be appreciated.
As she became sick in Odoripe and was brought back, and she died here and was buried in Creek Town. Mary Slessor did what many men wouldn't have been able to do.
The service featured car ministrations, prayers, and the official dedication of the church. From Ibionibom local government area of Akwa Ibom State, Kevin Samuel, NTA News. Diligence and hard work should be the guiding principles during your years of study in the university to achieve your set goals. Vice Chancellor of Akwa Ibom State University was speaking during the 13th matriculation ceremony held at the university campus, Ikot Akpaden. Utibe Achibo has the details.
Obey all the rules, regulations and laws enacted by the duly constituted authorities.
The 13th matriculation ceremony of Akwa Ibom State University commenced with procession according to order of the faculties. Vice Chancellor Akwa Ibom State University, Professor Nsesien, congratulated the students on their success. He urged them to stay focused and show commitment in the pursuit of their academic career.
Take advantage of every opportunity that this university has to offer and engage with your peers, faculty, staff to make the most of your time here. I now admit you formally to membership of Akwa Ibom State University. Congratulations.
Some parents and the matriculating students reeled out their expectations.
Really assured myself, and I take my academic career very important, and I will know, I'm very sure that I will succeed in 4 years.
I would like to have first class or second class upper, nothing less than that.
That my God should protect him till he's finished, and I wish him good luck.
The main aim of being here is to study, come out and become outstanding in the society.
The 13th matriculation ceremony has a total of 2,890 students being admitted into the university for 2022-2023 academic year. From Ikorak Baden, Mkbayanin local government area, Utbe Achibong, NTA News.
From the sports desk, the Athletics Federation of Nigeria AFN Golden League Finals has ended in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State with Consider Ekanem doing personal best of 10.29 seconds to win the 100 meters male final, while 18-year-old Salisu Habibu took the 5,000 meters and 1,500 meters events. John Paul Alumuna will bring us up to date.
The final of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria AFN Golden League event, which took place at the Gosul Akpabio International Stadium, Uyo, was an opportunity for the officials of AFN to select athletes for the national trial coming up in Benin City from 6th to 9th of July 2023 ahead of the World Championships in Budapest, Hungary in August this year.
Very happy and excited. I was not expecting this because before my race I was feeling a sign of cramp, so I was spraying so that the cramp should not stop me in the race. So I feel very happy.
The athletes proved their worth in triple, long and high jumps, as well as javelin and short put throws. In 400 meters women final, as expected, veteran sprinter Patience Okon George ran 52.64 seconds to win it, while Johnson Chidera won the male category with 46.66 seconds.
God that has been my backbone all the time, so all glory to him. I want to tell them is for them to keep on pushing because you can't make it in just one day.
In 400 meters hurdles, Benga Bakari came first with 51.69 seconds, while Comfort James of Nigerian Customs Service won 800 meters women with 2.09 seconds.
The dream of every athlete is to become a professional and competing in the world class. So my aim is being in the World Championship and Olympics.
I've seen what I do here. Yes, if I go back home, I'll coach be happy with me. At least you know what to do again after extension. At least in national, I'll be able to do more than this.
The national trials, I am coming out. I'm coming all out for the 800 meters, trying to break World Championship standard to go under 1 minute 45 seconds.
The technical director of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria AFN, Samuel Onikeku, and other stakeholders commended the athletes for a great performance, assuring that more AFN competitions will be brought to the Gosul Akpabio Stadium because of its facilities.
For the sprint, we saw that Faith Okoche just ran 11.3 for the women, and 11.3 is among the top 6 times for Nigeria this year, both home and abroad. And then for the men, you saw 10.30, even though 10.30 is still there. They are performing well, and this is a good opportunity for them to test themselves 10 days to the trial. So most of them will know where they are, and the little corrections technically they'll be able to do it.
It is beating my imagination when we got here, the level of things we've seen, most especially when we got to your store, the facilities. I'm really surprised that I saw things like aerodynamic javelin, over 30 in a store here in Nigeria.
So proud that I've come home, and we brought athletics home, and we have seen very good competition. And we hope that this competition will encourage others around the state to know that we should make use of this stadium. It's underutilized.
First time these people come and see the type of the stadium, and I meet them, they say that they will bring other competition here.
Some of the winners in the Golden League final will battle for supremacy in the upcoming national trial in Benin City from 6th to 9th of July 2023 in Uyo. John Paul Alomona, NTA News.
We will take a short commercial break here. Thereafter, Umar Basi will be back for the completion of the Newscope. I remain Calvin Samuel, wishing you all the best.
Welcome to Prisma International Hotels, located at number 5 Efangosanga Street, Afarafort, Overback Road, Uyu. When it comes to hospitality industry, nothing compares with comfort, exquisite services, and top-of-the-world security. These are what make Prisma Hotels a household name. At Prisma Hotels, you are assured of lavishly furnished, spacious rooms and suites with complimentary breakfast, top-class blue sea swimming pool, VIP and poolside bars, as well as restaurant where African and continental dishes are served at pocket-friendly rates. These are not all. There is high-speed internet service, closed-circuit television, spacious car park, 24-hour power and water supply, sparkle laundry and dry cleaning services, and above all, combat-ready security operatives. So whenever you are in Uyo or you are a resident in Uyo, capital city of Akwa Ibom State, hotels number 5 Efangosanga Street, Tafarafort, Overback Road, Uyo, your choice, and you will cherish the experience. For bookings and inquiries, please call 081-3166-6660 or 0915-509-9989. Prisma International Hotels, hospitality par excellence.
Welcome back to Newscope. Glad to know that you're still there. Now we move on. In making your choice of meat for consumption, what do you consider? Is it the taste or the nutritional value? For lovers of pork, why the preference for this meat, which some consider a no-go area? This is the question Joy Ubani took to the streets of Uyo to find out why the increasing preference for pork.
Roasted chicken and pork with roasted plantain or sweet potatoes are delicacies commonly found in every corner of Uyo metropolis, as many either take them as snacks or for cooking meals. In recent times, it has been observed that the consumption of roasted pork has continued to gain prominence against the popular roasted chicken. Some consumers say pork is nutritious and has become more affordable.
Whether it's roast or dry, because I like it completely, yeah.
Both pork and chicken, I do take both of them. And why pork meat seems to be rampant everywhere is sometimes it's the cost of chicken, And if you look around, the people that patronize the vendors that deals with pork meat, you see that at least it serves them.
On the contrary, some who love to eat chicken lament the increasing costs in the local markets.
Go to an eatery and ask for a lap of chicken, and you know why you need to eat pork. The nutritious value also. Yeah. But all the same, pork meat from day one has always been a competitor with chicken.
Dealers in these animal protein sources say both pork and chicken businesses are profitable as they are purchased according to individuals' demand.
The price of pigs are not fixed, depending on the sizes of the pig. Like this one that you are saying, this one is 250,000. So that is the price of this one. But there are some that are bigger than this, and the price will also go high than what you are saying now. People like it, whether it is because of the white meat, but most of the people, they say it is highly recommended by the doctors that they should take pork meat. So, but people like it anyway.
The reason why I sell pork meat is to make money for my education.
100. For now it's 200.
It's all and finished. It's pork meat that people is eating.
Meanwhile, chicken dealers are appealing to relevant agencies of government to implement policies that will ensure availability and affordability of chicken feet and other items to promote food security. In Uyo, Joy Ubani, NTA News.
Yeah, I agree with the fact that pork is highly nutritious, and apart from that, I want to agree with also one of the respondents who said that when you take a walk into the eatery and ask for the price of one lap of chicken, you will know why you have to resort to pork. I agree with him completely. And moving on now, there is a saying that impossible is an adjective found only in the dictionary of those who breed self-defeat. This story brings us up close to the world of a blind man who is doing a professional job that many full-fledged bodied persons might not be able to accomplish. What profession might this be? I'm sure you're wondering. Let's join Onotu Yakubu, who had a field day after tracking a visually impaired man to his workshop in Tunga Maje on the Abuja-Kaduna Expressway, to marvel in the can-do spirit of Murtala Abdullahi.
Meet 55-year-old Murtala Abdullahi Shoaibu. Murtala is a visually impaired one. He was not born blind. Born and raised in Kano State, fate waylaid the father of two in 1994 after finishing primary school, and in consultation with his father took up apprenticeship in automobile mechanic. It was while learning the trade that visual health failed him and he became totally blind.
Briefly, the thing was going small, affected the other one. I was trying to go hospital up and down and looking for medicine. So, in short, there is one day when I went to buy fuel for one filling station. Then I leave my house by 4 o'clock in the morning. I bought a fuel by 10 o'clock in the morning. I was even drive itself, speeding on car. I'm for 140. So by then my eye just go off.
With determination in the aftermath of this life's test, Murtala went ahead to conclude his apprenticeship. In this workshop at Tunga Maje, on the ever-busy Abuja-Kaduna highway, Murtala runs around unaided by anyone. Then he got down to business. In a twinkle of an eye, the blind mechanic began
it. Then I'll go to the tools, hold the spools, check it one by one. When I hold it, I will know this is the C7, this is C7, this is 8, 9, this 10, 11, this 12, 13, this 14, 15. That's how I know about it. Since it's already, I don't know those things. I will go to straightforward, I will go to lose. I will hold the knot, I lose it. So after I lose it, finish. If there's something that is spoiled, I will bring it out and show you this one is not good. If you are the one that is going to buy it for good or fine, I will tell you to go and buy. If you say my colleagues should go and buy, then they will go and buy it, come, then I will fix it for you.
Murtala specializes in repair of Volvo, Toyota, Honda, and all other Japanese automobile products. Coincidentally, this Honda on transit entered the workshop for checkup. Murtala attended to and certified it fit to go. In the last 29 years that he has practiced this profession blind, 9 apprentices have undergone mechanic tutorship under Murtala, graduated, and are now independent on their own. There is a popular cliche amongst the Nigerian people that wonders shall never end. And Murtala Abdullahi is an embodiment of this saying. Evidently here, the engine of this Volvo wagon was entirely loosened and jacked down by the blind mechanic. He didn't just stop there, he went as far as dismantling the gearbox from the engine.
Where you people come, you now say that only can drop it, you fix the above by itself without nobody self.
And how long has he done this?
I met it since 1990, early of 1990. Since they reached to there, from 1990 reached to the no small DC.
Murtala Abdullahi is not deterred by life's challenges, having lost his sight. He is carrying on with life as his survival instincts and actions remain a mystery and miracle.
There's a day where they say they bring motor call here. The motor determine no they correct. They try to touch something, just tell they say this motor, na time the warrior, make them no touch anything. True, where they go for the time, that is the only warrior are really surprisable. For my president now this, they bring motor call the motor the jack, you see now for the plug wire no good. For my president, they come out the coil, come out the changer, the motor is working perfect.
I don't know how you do it, but sometimes he dictates a fault in the vehicle, but I don't know how he does it, you understand? So I just say it's the Lord's doing.
Murtala has dreams to impact visually impaired like him, but as he explained, that cannot be achieved without requisite assistance and goodwill from government, corporate bodies, or well-meaning individuals.
Just they give us this our own land or my own land that they give us or they give me, so that anybody that want to learn the job, if it is a blind man, they will bring it come, I will teach him the work so that we learn it how go. Then when they learn it, the people they are seeing, they can even be able to come to you. I will teach them the work.
Like me, I cannot coach blind man the work. It's the work I coach those ones because he know from back to the front to this side mirror. And they can access, address it to know. So like me, I cannot know.
Murtala Abdullahi is physically challenged but mentally perfect, as he remains a reference point for so many reasons to all.
Not deterred by his challenges, this is a clear case of ability in disability. Moving on now, necessity, they say, is the mother of invention. This is the case as the hike in the pump price of the premium motor spirits following the removal of the fuel subsidy gave rise to the invention of use of gas to power the generating set. Beatrice Ayam tells us more.
In the wake of fuel subsidy removal by the federal government, this video on gas-powered generator went viral on social media.
Yeah, oh yes, life in Owerri, Umare Junction. You can now use your cooking gas instead of fuel. You know, PMS is very expensive. As you can see, the generator is running smoothly, very smooth, very sound.
To unravel the mystery behind powering the generating set with liquefied natural gas, LNG, otherwise known as cooking gas, our news crew set out to Umori in Owerri North local government area of Imo State in search of the workshop and the artisan in the trending video. Unfortunately, he was said to have left the area about 2 years ago. That did not, however, close the chapter as we discovered this artisan, Marcel Onamma, who also does exactly the same thing.
By the grace of God, I'm surprised to see people coming around for the conversion. So, and I started trying to construct my own. When you get the carburetor kit, you get your cylinder and your hose. You can extend your hose as how many feet. So I construct it to work. I did it for my neighbor, a welder. He's using it. Perfect.
Our camera lens also captured our welder, Wisdom Amefula, who is already using the gas-powered generator in his workshop. He says it is more economical than the use of premium motor spirits.
We've been using this gas to help ourselves. Like if we buy a fuel of 4,000, maybe it lasts for us like a day and some hours. But since when we bought this gas, it has been like 3 days. Today is going to make it 3 days. So it's more better for us than the fuel.
As we all know, there is increment in fuel price and it's disturbing, you know. But with what is happening now, this invention will go far, and it will be more economical for everyone.
In our quest to ascertain the safety of this invention, we visited the office of the Nigerian Midstream Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority in Owerri, but the officials could not be reached. Although some experts in the petroleum sector who spoke off camera say the procedure is safe, Nigerians can only look forward to a public declaration by the regulatory agencies guaranteeing it. Until then, your guess on this new way of saving cost for power generation could just be as good as mine.
Well, with the hiking price of fuel, Nigerians now are being forced to think outside the box. In Maiduguri, considered the headquarters of the Kanuri tribe, husbands taking another wife have this unique culture of placating or compensating the existing wife or wives with assorted gifts by a husband, mainly to ensure harmonious living and fraternal relation when they finally settle down as one family. That's interesting. Iyamaji reports on how this age-long tradition is still widely in practice, not minding the forces of modernity.
Kuraram is a typical Kanuri tradition that entails an existing wife whose husband is about to bring into the family another wife, is given assorted gifts as a way of showing appreciation for her patience, tolerance and understanding. It is a tradition that is as old as the Kanuri heritage from the forefathers with no any sign of rejection or impulsion so far. Kuraram is done in accordance with the husband's income, resources and affordability. Of what importance, if any, is such a culture in a typical Kanuri family?
I was a first wife and I was given the Kuraram. My husband went even further to give me whatever that he gave the new wife. And actually when I got all this, I was very happy. And it leads to stability in the home.
Every Kanuri responsible man would like to see that, yes, let me calm my house, the existing structure. Let the foundation remain before I bring in another structure. There will be that cohesion, that collabo between me and the husband will even be more stronger.
Is Kuraram culture binding on any Kanuri husband adding another wife into his family?
There's a clear justification and indication that even if the incoming wife comes in, the man of the house must be just in treating them, must be fair, must be sincere, and must be honest. You are clearly defining the position of the first wife. That the second wife or the third or the fourth that is coming in will never be better. So you will have equal, not even more, respect, consideration, and concern for the first wife.
What is the feeling of an average Kanuri on the tradition?
It is within the context of ihsan and cementing the already existing relationship. It's not the value that she is losing. It's not that the new one will provide something that she is no longer providing. Rather, it's an injunction for him to add to what is already existing.
In normal traditional Kanuri setting, when we talk of Kuraram, this leadership title goes to the senior wife. And it is a tradition of bringing people closer to one another, cementing relationship, creating confidence and trust among one another.
What What an interesting tradition there. I hope the women too will be given an opportunity to make a choice of what gifts they want. How about that? Okay, so we'll take a break now to pay some bills. We'll be right back with more reports. Stay.
Roseville Hotel. Come, feel the luxury of our contemporary hotel. We offer lodging and accommodation. Stay at our deluxe executive and luxury suite for your comfort. Experience extravagant dining and delicious meals by expert chef. Lounge at our exquisite VIP bar. Enjoy 24-hour services. Our security system is top-notch to ensure your safety. Ample parking space and laundry services available. The ambience is serene to make your stay memorable. We are located at number 1 Julius Bajo Road off House of Assembly Avenue, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. For reservations, call 070-650-41139. Roseville Hotel, hospitality at its best.
Welcome back to the concluding part of your favorite program, the Newscope. Health, they say, is wealth. Therefore, federal civil servants are living up to this by taking advantage of the monthly aerobics being organized by the Office of the Head of the Service of the Federation. Austin Edemudu brings us this entertaining event, which is meant to boost productivity among the workforce.
It is a spectacular sight to behold as federal civil servants under the Federation of Public Service Games engage in aerobic exercise at the Mushood Abiola Stadium, Abuja. It is a routine end of the month Keep Fit exercise championed by the Office of the Head of Service of the Federation. Here, it is an all-comers affair as workers alongside some of their children also savour the ambience of the event.
For some of us that diligently observe doing exercise rigorously, we can see the benefits. I mean, you sleep better, you perform better your functions.
Our focus should not just be recreation, keeping fit, to enhance efficiency and productivity in the service. We are looking at how FEFGA can also produce athletes that will add value.
Medical services were also provided as the participants hope for more incentives from the government so as not to get tired after retirement.
Some persons who have never had exercise, when they come, they have issues. So most times when I see those persons, just take it easy from time to time, something you do regularly so your body gets used to it. And when your body is used to it, you don't feel pains.
I will enjoy different ministries, parastatals to create an avenue within their workplace where they can, provide facilities for regular exercises, something like a gym.
And apart from that, we see this fuel subsidy that has been removed. It's really telling on the civil servant. Government needs to increase the salary to
best behaved team and the best catered team were equally rewarded to boost their morals. In Abuja, I'm Austin Edemodu, NTA News.
Nice one there. I hope the state civil service in Akwa Ibom will also emulate this, and to federal parastatals. I'm looking forward to NTA joining the queue. Moving on now, the President General of Etinan Institute Student Association, All Student Association, class of 1973, otherwise known as Etinosa C73, Dr. Konema, on the association's Golden Jubilee anniversary, has promised the Institute of its continuous support in keeping the flag of the school flying. Joy Ubani, who witnessed the anniversary, reports that 50 years down the line, 122 old students of Etinan Institute, Echinosa C73, have come back to their alma mater with gratitude.
This is the mood of the old students of Etinan Institute class of 1973 as they celebrate 50 years of graduating from the institute, which provided a platform for finding their paths. The old boys and girls of the institute could not hide their joy in celebrating their successes and achievements. To mark the day, the old students visited the school to again pledge their support and loyalty. A paper presentation by Professor Imabong Akpan, Dean, Faculty of Education, University of Uyo, with the topic "The School, Etinan Institute," admonished the students to pursue education with interest.
Education provides stability. It provides gainful employment. Forget about what is happening now. No matter if you have those certificates, you may not be employed right away, but one day you will have cause to pick up that paper that you have, which is your certificate, to do whatever you want to do with it. So education provides security. That is financial security, confidence, economic growth on a national level, and dependency or reliance and financial security.
The board chairman, Etinosa, Engineer Nelson Miaga Kerry, class of 1960, and all the old students acknowledged the growth in population of the institute while appealing to government for more manpower to achieve a greater feat.
In our days, it was a privilege to go to school. When your parents could send you to a secondary school, they have achieved so much.
The structures in the school has been renovated or kept alive by the old students. And so to have a class come to celebrate 50 years after graduation, it means that we will begin to have that as another form of activism in Etinan Institute Old Students Association.
The third principal of Etinan Institute and the class of 7, they're coming to do a golden jubilee to celebrate with the students and to come and have a feel of how and what is going on in the school compound. I think is a great one.
Some students of Etinan Institute say with this they feel elected with enthusiasm to do even more.
I've learned that we should focus on our studies, on our education. We should also learn to be great. We should also aspire to be great leaders.
Class of 73, they have made us to know that it's going to be a better thing in life.
Members of Etinosa class 1973 say coming back to the institute after 50 years is to show appreciation to God who saw them through to various fields of endeavors.
We came to talk to them. When we were here, Scripture Union was for everybody. Everything was religion, religion, religion. So now that those things have gone, some other things have taken over. I think we've not gained much from it. So we are now persuading them to change the narrative so that things will be better.
Each time I come here, I come with a hope that whatever we say will help these little ones. I feel good remembering that I was like this, and I feel good that there's a future for them, and I go home more determined to give them a better future.
In a sad moment, a minute silence was observed for the departed members of Etinosa class 1973. White boards were presented to the school by the class of 1973. 122 members of Etinosa class 1973 during the Golden Jubilee anniversary promise to give back what their alma mater has given to them. From Etinan local government area, Joy Ubani, NTA News.
Congratulations there to class 73 of Echinosa. And imagine a people without sea, yet their love for periwinkle knows no bound, and every meal prepared is not complete without the seafood. And added to this is the claim that they do not sell landed property to non-indigenes. In one of Newscope's visit to Etinan local government area, Utabe Achibong unravels the truth behind these myths.
Etinan is one of the local government areas in Akwa Ibom State that shares common boundaries with Ona, Nsidibum, Mkpadenin, Abak and Uyo local government areas. The area is mainly inhabited by the Manibum people, whose major occupation is farming and petty trading. It is interesting to know that the village of Ikorodobia, which was part of the roots of the African slave trade, is located in Etinan. Etinan people are known to be hospitable with accommodating spirits. But there is this saying that the Etinan people before now would not sell any landed property to strangers. Is this assertion true?
Etinan did not sell land to people outside, what I would say outside this, the then state. That's why it was a propaganda. We sell land to visitors. It was a propaganda. We never. But the only in selling